Hi, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to make a squash soup. It's one of my favorite soups to make. This is the first day of fall 2016, and so I'm going to celebrate it by making this soup. So we have winter squash. It was a whole squash that I put in, and this is a Cortland apple, and I have the skins left on it for a little extra fiber. Just picked it today. We got some onion and some chicken stock, and so we're going to get over to the stove and get it cooking. All right, to my pot, I am going to add about a couple tablespoons of butter. And I like to add coconut oil. I love coconut oil. It's a good saturated fat. I'm going to add about 2 tablespoons of that. I'm going to get that melting down. And I'm going to add my squash. Oh, I'm going to add my onions first. I'm going to get those onions going. I'm going to caramelize them up a little bit. Just get them going until you can start to smell the onions cooking a little bit. They don't actually have to cook through or anything. Some room in the pot, and then I'm going to add my squash. I like to dice it up in small pieces. You can use cooked squash too if you like, but I like to just dice it up because squash cooks pretty quickly anyway. Yeah, might as well use the whole thing. I get a big pot here. All right. Now we're going to get that going. I'm going to add a couple teaspoons, no, this is about 1 teaspoon of salt. And I'm going to hold off on the peppers. So, alright, we're just going to let this cook for a few minutes, alright? Probably about 5 or 6 minutes, just get it going. It doesn't have to cook through, but I just like the onion and the squash to get cooking and the flavors just start to meld together. So. Okay, now I've added to my pot the apple. Apple doesn't take a long time to cook either. So they're all stirred around here, and I'm going to add my chicken stock, about 2 cups. Depending upon the size of your squash, you may want to add more chicken stock too. So anyway, I've added 2 cups, but I have more on standby just in case. Some people like a thicker soup, some people like a thinner soup. So for right now, I've added the two cups, and also too later on you'll do the taste test to see if you need to add a little more salt or not. But for right now, we're just going to let this cook up. It's going to bubble up a bit and bring it down to about medium, and just let it simmer until your squash and your other vegetables are cooked. And then we are going to puree it. Okay. Okay, we're back, and the squash and the apples and onions are just about cooked. It's going to differ with different squashes. Some are firmer than others, and also depends upon how small you cut your squash to. I'd say it's been about between 15 and 18 minutes of cooking time. So anyway, all the vegetables are soft, and so I'm just going to lower the temperature here for a minute. And I'm going to use my immersion blender. And I am going to blend it up. So we'll just get going. Alright, I think we got that soup blended. There might be a few little pieces here or there, but if you don't get them, that's alright. If you don't have an immersion blender, you can use just a regular food processor or a blender of, like, if you make smoothies with. So, but anyway, yeah, you just want to get rid of most of the pieces and make it a nice smooth consistency. Now to me, I think this is a really, really thick soup. So I am going to add another little bit. You have to use your own judgment on how, like I said, how thick or thin you want your soup. So, there. I must have got one again there. There. That looks pretty good. Now I got some turmeric here, or turmeric, depending upon how you want to call it. Some people like to use curry. I don't use curry because my husband doesn't like curry. So this is about a teaspoon of turmeric. And I'm going to add some pepper to it. That's boiling quite high, so we'll turn that down. All right. And that turmeric will turn that a lovely yellow color. Perfect for the fall. Nothing better than a nice warm bowl of soup on a nice fall day, or a cold fall day. Any time of year, squash soup is good. All right. And I also like to add a touch of cream, whipping cream, to mine. It just adds a little bit of richness. You know, you can just eyeball it. That was probably about a quarter of a cup, I'm thinking. There. That's looking good. The squash I had today is really quite pale. A lot of times the squashes are like a really deep orange color. This is more of like a pale yellow, but it doesn't change the taste. It'll still be very tasty. So I'm just going to spoon here and I'm just going to take a little taste, see what I think. Let's see what I get. That's got a nice flavor. You can taste the sweet from the apple. Just enough salt. Like I said, you may want to add a little bit more, but to me that tastes just perfect. So anyway, that's it in a nutshell for making squash soup. Like I said, you can use curry or you can use turmeric. You don't even have to use either of those if you don't want to. It's good all by itself. So you can ladle a bowl of this up, have a nice piece of fresh bread with it, and you've got a really good simple meal. So I hope you like the soup. I hope you like to try it sometime. Thanks for watching.